ESTRA's car accident support means policyholders involved in a car wreck have a place to come. It's a place to share personal experiences and learn valuable information which can aid the average person in becoming their best advocate when involved in a claim with auto insurance, employers' short or long-term disability, and Social Security disability. Welcome, and thank you for letting me share in your car accident journey or while learning about what you might experience when in a car wreck. Since most of us encounter this situation in our lifetimes, isn't it better to learn what you need to know and be prepared? In recent months, there's been a recognition that all the processes don't necessarily work as we're told or expect. In fact, in 2014, law enforcement has come under a great deal of scrutiny due to Ferguson, New York, and even here in Seattle. The Department of Justice has gotten involved in the treatment of citizens received by police. From my perspective, this is also true for people involved in insurance and employer claims after injury. Multi-million-dollar insurance corporations, whether private or public, can use their resources, whether financial or community relationships, to influence the outcome of paying claims against Main Street citizens, which typically have few resources and support to defend themselves. There are clauses in group insurance policies provided by employers which allow them to deny legitimate claims. Commercial claims are paid off typically within the first 30 days, whereas Main Street policyholders can wait up to 10 years for the completion of their settlement when going to court, which means even if winning is typically a loss. These insurers can take out all the stops, meaning throwing every legal thing in the book at their insureds, which in most cases their legal counsel, if they have it, couldn't afford to properly prepare their case. How can the sick, injured, or disabled defend themselves? Promote legislation for insured civil rights. Imagine that insurance companies were required to immediately pay claims to Main Street as they do Wall Street within the first 30 days. Imagine that fair and equitable settlements were required by law. Imagine legislation eliminating delays, denials, and lowballing. The lives of the injured and sick would be drastically improved. What if employers were not able to harass their employees and keep their short and long-term disability? What if employers were not able to deny claims after 2 years by using a clause of do any job for the disabled to avoid paying legitimate claims? What if employers could not encourage law enforcement to harass and intimidate employees in order for them to drop their claims? What if there were laws in place where employers could not try to force sick or injured employees back to work only to fire them and eliminate their ERISA disability claim? What if ERISA reform was passed by Congress, which refused to allow employers to take advantage of sick or injured employees and gave policyholders recourse after enduring such treatment? Yes, all these situations are possible to encounter. Any of these or any combination can happen to you, all because you become sick or injured in a car accident. Is this right? Is this fair? Has this caused many people to unnecessarily live in poverty because of denials while insurance or employers keep benefit the insured's paid benefits on? No, this is not right or fair. In fact, from my perspective, this is just an example of bad faith insurance practices many policyholders have complained about. What good is just complaining without action? What is it people in collisions can do to equal the playing field? We can join forces and say, we've had enough. It is time for an insured civil rights legislation which protects Main Street. Imagine receiving a fair settlement and not having to give anywhere from 30 to 50% of it just to fight for the rest. Imagine not having to be concerned whether your interest is honestly being represented. The reach of insurance companies' employers can extend far into communities, local governments, and even Congress. From my perspective, money has a far-reaching consequences when attempting to resolve insurance claims. Ask the people you know who've been involved in a collision how they felt about how the process went. Did they feel they got a fair share of settlement amount? Did insurance companies attempt to humiliate them to force them to release their claim? Was surveillance performed in hopes of catching them in a situation which may have forced them to release the claim? This list is endless that policyholders may encounter when refusing to give up their claim. No one deserves harassment and intimidation by police, employers, insurance companies, or anyone else insurers can employ. Yet unless policyholders demand the loopholes are taken out of their policies, that we are given what is promised as part of the insurance claim, and good faith practices are reinforced instead of bad ones, then the goals of insured civil rights will have been achieved. How can you protect yourself until insured civil rights legislation becomes a reality? Share the fine print in your insurance policy, especially if they are used against an open claim. Share the names of insurance companies or employers prone to deny your insurance claims. Participate in ESTRA's accident survey to help share your experiences with others. In fact, make sure to make comments on ESTRA's blog tips and add your experiences. Stand up against actions to deny your claim. When the same people who benefit from denying your claim are the same ones to approve it, it means there's no guarantee of good faith practices by insurance companies or employers. The need of insurance civil rights legislation is paramount in offering policyholders fair assessments when filing an insurance claim. What can you do to help? It's simple. Sign up to be on the mailing list to support insured civil rights. It's out on SurveyMonkey under Insured Civil Rights and will take approximately 3 minutes of your time. If not you to help change bad faith insurance behavior, then who? It impacts all of us, and when each of us steps up to make change happen, not only does it come more quickly, but it also means few people will end up living in poverty after being injured, and the pain and suffering policyholders now encounter will come to an end. This is what accident support is all about, making a difference in the life of policyholders which provide the help promised from the very beginning.